Hello, everybody, and indeed, Chicago Tony V here, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on my weight loss project. This is something I've been working on for 2.5, 3 months, something like that. I am down. I have lost 28 pounds so far. Unbelievable. I can hardly believe it. I'm so grateful. Part of the reason that I can hardly believe it is it's felt really pretty easy. What other stats can I tell you? Let's see, down 28 pounds. I am losing now. I'm at a rate of losing, I believe last week I lost 1.7 pounds a week. I think roughly on average, I'm losing about 1.5 pounds a week. I said on a previous video, I'm pretty sure, I started with a water fast. I was losing at a faster rate when I was doing a water fast. But since then, I've been averaging about 1.5 pounds a week of weight loss. And I'm just super pleased. I wanted to talk today about a little bit about what I'm doing. I'm not going to get into all the juicy details, but I wanted to kind of tell you this. First of all, the fact that a guy like me is losing weight at all, the fact that I'm headed toward a healthy body weight, feels like a freaking miracle. And I just want you to know this is something that I have failed at over and over and over and over and over again, right? So, and by the way, when I say fail, I'm not talking about losing a bunch of weight and then getting it back, although I've done that. I have done that a couple times at least. Normally, I try to lose weight, and I never lose weight at all, right? Almost nothing happens. So the fact that I'm now down 27 pounds is makes me very hopeful. Will my plan work? I have no idea. That's why I'm running this experiment. But I wanted to talk about really just two main things. I'm really only doing two things. My plan is just two things. And before I get into my plan and the way I'm approaching this, I just think that it's very important, I think, to have any sort of success. If you're a person like me who has tried and not succeeded in weight loss over and over and over, I think you have to have a simple, doable plan. I think it has to be simple. It cannot be flow charts and weighing and measuring and that sort of thing. I think it has to be super simple, super straightforward. So let me be clear. I'm not weighing anything I do. I'm not measuring anything I do. I'm not measuring any portion sizes. What else am I not doing? I'm not, if I want to eat something, I eat it. But let me be clear, what I'm eating is very important. Okay, so I'm not talking about going down to the grocery store and eating an entire sleeve of Fig Newtons. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm eating, it's as much as I want. I'm not restricting at all. So fundamentally, the first thing I'm doing is cooking for myself. I really haven't eaten out hardly at all in these past 3 months, hardly at all. I'm making all my own food. And the reason I'm doing that is what that food is made up of is very important to what I'm trying to do. So I'm really conscious of calorie density. How calorie dense is the food that I'm eating? So I have cut out all oil. That's basically the most calorie dense food on the planet. I've cut out all oil. I have cut out all sugar. Can you believe it? I haven't eaten any sugar in 3 months. It's a freaking miracle. A guy like me, I could barely go 3 hours. Okay, so it is doable. And I'm also not eating any added salt. So, because of those, and by the way, I'm not saying you need to do this. I'm just saying, here's what I'm doing. I'm just another bozo on the bus. I'm not an expert in anything. But because those are my parameters, I realized I'm just going to have to cook for myself, okay? Just keep it simple, cook for myself. And I enjoy cooking for myself. Now, you would think that this would sound like quite an arduous task. Oh, you mean you had to cook 3 meals. What a pain, you know. Well, really, I'll use yesterday as an example. Yesterday morning in my Instant Pot, I made a very nice vegetable soup. It had all sorts of delicious things. Let me just think of what I put in that soup. It had onions, garlic, potatoes, let's see, squash, corn, pasta. I know there are things I'm forgetting. Oh, peppers, a lot of stuff. Tomatoes, lots of tomatoes, and spices. Okay, but I made a huge pot of that vegetable soup in my Instant Pot, and I had breakfast. Let's say at I'm an early riser. My breakfast was at 6 a.m. Let's say. Well, you know what? There was a whole lot of that soup left, and I just left it heating in the Instant Pot. You know what I ate next? It was probably 7:30. I was a little hungry again. Whatever, no rules. I went and had more soup. That soup, oh, there was rice in the soup too. That soup lasted me all day. I ate on that soup all day. So I really made one simple meal. Now I did a little food prep. I sliced some onions. A lot of things were frozen in the bag, that sort of thing. But a little bit of prep, threw it in the Instant Pot, had to open a couple of cans of diced tomatoes and things. I pressed a couple of buttons on the Instant Pot, and that's it. So very little prep time, and I was not hungry all day. I mean, I would get a little hungry, and I'd go have a bowl of delicious soup. So doing my own cooking has been super important. Now, the other thing I've been doing is walking. I can't do exercise very much. My body is just too beaten down. I'm too old. I'm too decrepit. I'm too overweight, let's face it. I want to be able to exercise a lot. I'm very jealous of the people who can exercise a lot. I can't. So through most of these 3 months, I've exercised almost zero. I have a rowing machine that I use a little bit. I've used it at times, and I've tried to walk a little bit. And I just want to make the point that I have now worked my way up to 10,000 steps a day, which is about 3 miles. I don't go at any sort of fast pace. I'm not killing myself. My heart rate probably isn't even hardly up. So that's very minimal exercise, and it's something that's easy enough that I can do. My body can withstand it. And frankly, I'm not taking it super, super seriously, right? I'm just sort of trying to do it. Today, for example, I'm kind of behind in my steps. I haven't done, to get 10,000 in today, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's it. That's my plan. I'm cooking for myself. I'm cooking things that meet certain requirements. I'm thinking about calorie density and having generally low calorie things. I'm not suffering at all. I'm eating so much food I can hardly believe it. And when I get on the scale, I always think, well, this will be the time where it's going to catch up with me. Surely I will have gained weight. And pretty much like clockwork, I just keep ticking down. Am I breaking any records? No, I'm not. Am I going to be featured in some sort of magazine as the new diet trend? No. But I'm not losing my mind while doing what I'm doing. So, it's a little bit of good news, and I want to share the good news. So I'm just going to keep going the way I'm going. Something I'm going to be working on, I think, is changing up, maybe coming up with a few new recipes, because I'll have a day or two in here where what I'm eating feels a little boring, So I'm going to mix it up a little bit, but not too much. Generally, what I'm eating to me is very delicious. Very delicious. Now, who would have ever thought that healthy foods, I'm eating a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits, a lot of whole grains. Again, no added sugars, no oils, things like that. Well, how can that possibly taste delicious? Well, there actually is a way, and it goes back to the water fast I did to start this things off. That really kind of readjusted my taste buds, and coming out of that fast, even healthy food tasted delicious. I couldn't believe it. It was so good. And really, what I did is I just decided, okay, I'm going to try never to go back to that processed food. I wanted to see, will the healthy food still taste delicious? And you know what? It still does. It's still wonderful. It's hard to explain, but my vegetable soup is the equivalent of, before all this started, how I would feel if I ate a slice of pizza. You feel like you're cheating, right? You get that now. It's comfort food, right? Well, believe it or not, vegetable soup is comfort food now for me. An apple is delicious. I feel like I'm cheating. Watermelon, get out of town. It's like it's sinful, you know. So anyway, that's what I have going on. That's a little bit of progress, and I'm very grateful. I sure hope I can keep it going. So far, so good. And just going to try to remember one day at a time. What's working for you? I would love to hear in the comment section. What's working for you? Any favorite recipes? I think I'm going to, on this channel, start to show a little bit of, what I'm cooking here and there. And, just document my progress and see what happens. Like I said, I still don't know if this is going to work or not, but it's an experiment I'm running. I'll keep you posted. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Why don't you like and subscribe and all that stuff? I don't know. I don't know how all that works, but I hope you do. I hope to see you again soon. I like you. Talk to you next time.